Stu, we're missing something. You know what it is? That's right. It's an introduction. We're missing an introduction. And I know that we talked about this in the first, possibly second episode, but I'm serious now. I think we really need to do this. I think this is going to be the last episode where there's whatever this is. The awkward start. Earlier this week, I was listening to podcast introductions. I went on Spotify and I was just going through random podcasts, just hitting play, and I was listening to the beginnings, and like 90% of them had an introduction, some kind of a song, whatever it was. And that's what we're missing. We're not legit because we start off every episode just like an awkward, just like walking in like a Kramer entrance, just door kicking open and just a sentence starts. And there's we need to bring in the viewer with something consistent and fun, and I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. And I know that a lot of people, you know, when they watch Netflix or whatever, their favorite show, they usually skip intro unless it's a cool one like Sopranos or something. Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun, with it on the only son. Your baby no 1 in a million do that. You get that gabagoo. I don't remember it. I loved that show. I just ended it like maybe a month ago. How can I not remember the theme song? Anyway, I never hit skip on that one. And I hope that we have a cool enough introduction that people won't skip it. But if they do, I totally understand. We're going to talk about some angry fellas today. They're angry at Bud Light. And if you don't know why they're, you know what? We're going to start off we're going to start off with the TikTok of why they're angry. I have to go into TikTok. No, I don't. I saved it. I don't have to go onto TikTok. This is awesome. I saved the TikTok. All right. For those of you listening, it's a gentleman, maybe 45, 50 years old, got the title Out with the hashtag Bud Light. Will hashtag Coors Light be next? And let's see what he's angry about. I'm going to turn up the volume.
Hey, if you don't know why I'm doing this, you might want to Google it. I never thought this was going to happen. Out with the Bud Light, you with the Coors Light. You might want to figure out if you want to do the same.
So he's got a 24 pack of Bud Light, full pack, walking out of his garage.
This is where it now belongs.
Throwing it into the trash. He's walking back. He's got like 2 huge monster trucks.
Next stop.
He's throwing away. Threw away maybe 30 cans.
Like I said, if you don't know, you should probably Google it.
And Google it we shall. Or Google it we did. So what made Daddy so mad? Well, Bud Light partnered up with a transgender person. And that was it. They just did an ad with a transgender person. That was all. Nothing else. That's why we're throwing away our beer and letting the world know how angry we are. Dylan Mulvaney is the influencer. I've never heard of her actually before this happened, and it says she has 10 million followers on TikTok, and she's has a video series called Days of Girlhood, which received over 1 billion views. She is an actress, comedian, and TikTok personality, known for detailing her gender transition in daily videos since early 2022. So, about a little over a year, she's gained 10 million followers. And she partnered up with Bud Light, and I guess she posted on her Instagram an ad. She's holding a can of Bud Light. It's got her face on it, and it was for March Madness. She was like, hey, basketball, yay, Bud Light. And that's why we're angry, because of that. So, I don't even, like, I never know what to think or say about this, because it's so absurd. What's the problem? That's what I want to know. If I sat down with this guy and was like, hey, buddy, why are you angry at this? I feel like he might not be able to properly explain it. Well, I don't like what they're doing. I know that. But why? Why? Her face isn't on the cans, mind you. This was, from what I understand, this was like a custom thing. She got her face on the can. They're not going to be in stores. They're not going to have trans people. They're not going to have rainbows on the can. There's not going to be anything. It's just an ad, buckaroo. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be angry at this. The world is going to keep doing this, or whatever it does. And he's not alone. There's other guys doing this. I've seen other videos of grown men throwing away their Bud Light, pouring their Bud Light down the drain. And it's funny. It's funny because some of the videos I've seen, they're like, yeah, there's piss water anyway. Yet they have 3 cases of it in their refrigerator. Like this gentleman. He had 3 cases. And, I got it. I'm going to watch the other one. Another case he annihilated with one of his monster trucks. Grown man. And, like, also, it's... You have to clean that up now, too. You sprayed beer all over the street. There's cans all over. You gotta go pick that up. And then also, you bought it. At least drink it, dude. Kid Rock also got involved. He shot 3 cases with his machine gun. Because Kid Rock is... We need to listen to Kid Rock. Everything's so fucking stupid, dude. Why is everything so stupid? And how is this gonna, like, affect anything? It's not. It's like boycotting Bud Light. What is it? Anheuser-Busch? They're gonna be fine. What, like this, I've seen all these hashtags, go woke, go broke. And if anything, I feel like this is going to help them because they're getting, from a marketing standpoint, Bud Light is probably, I would imagine, thriving off of this, all of this attention. And of course it's Bud Light. It's a huge company. You Google Bud Light right now, and it's all these pieces about these fucking idiots, and they're not gonna suffer. They're not gonna go under from this boycott. If it's piss water, why are you guys buying it though? That's what I want to know. And we got this other guy, who I've never heard of, Travis Tritt. He's a country singer, and he's boycotting this. He tweeted, I will be deleting all Anheuser-Busch products from my tour hospitality rider. I know many other artists who are doing the same. Other artists who are deleting Anheuser-Busch products from their hospitality rider might not say so in public for fear of being ridiculed and canceled. I have no such fear. Very bold, very brave of you, Travis Tritt. With your, I think he has like 300 some thousand followers on Twitter, which it's a big number, but compared to like the world, you're not getting, no one cares. Like no one cares at all. And then also, he found that Jack Daniels teamed up with RuPaul Drag Race for a big pride campaign. And he also tweeted, all Jack Daniels drinkers should take note. So, you know, we have to drink alcohol. We just need to find which one isn't woke, because if we support that, then we're supporting America, red, white, and blue. Everybody we all bleed red, white, and blue, right? Aren't we the United States? That's what's so funny about these fucking idiots, is they're always like, man, I don't care if you're yellow or purple or red or what, as long as you're American. But then it's like, oh, this person is different than me. I don't like them. I don't like them. And I can't understand why your brain does that. Wouldn't you want all people supporting you? Travis Tritt, wouldn't you want... Travis, if you just were like, hey, trans lives matter, you'd have so many more supporters. You'd have so many fans, like people like, I've never heard of Travis Tritt. I'm gonna give him a listen. I like his music. Maybe I don't like his music, but I like him as a person now. And that's often more important than the music. Dude, fucking so stupid. Again, from like a marketing standpoint, at the very least, at least look at this whole thing like that. If you're not going to be a decent person and you're going to think like, you know, oh, fuck Dylan and fuck all these people, at least keep that to yourself. Again, from a marketing standpoint, that's what you should be doing. You can go ahead and think these things all you want, because there's always going to be people that are thinking those things. But when you're vocal about it, now you're only going to lose. You're just going to lose. You're not going to gain. And as a musician, a performer, entertainer, I would think that he would understand that. And like he tweeted, he's like, oh yeah, some of my buddies aren't going to be vocal about it. Yeah. Because guess what? Sales, people are going to think you're a joke. And I've never heard of Travis before, and now I think of him as a joke. He's a goof. He's a goofy. Why are you angry, dude? What are you angry about? We're going to watch Kid Rock shooting up the Budweiser or the Bud Light. I just don't get, like, why do you need to be so theatrical about this? You don't have to be so theatrical. Did you buy the cases to shoot? Did you already have the beer? Are you really going to stop drinking Bud Light, Kid Rock? I don't think Kid Rock is going to actually stop drinking it. I think he's going to still... Because Kid Rock is like Bud Light. He screams Bud Light. No offense to Bud Light people. No, but seriously, like he's... Like when you think of Bud Light, you think of like Kid Rock type people that are just... They're American. They're American. All right, I'm done fucking around. We're gonna watch him shoot his Bud Light. I had to like this on Twitter so I could go back to it, and I wanna watch it now so that I can unlike it, because I don't like it. All right, so here he is. He's got his first annual Kid Rock fish fry. He's got his own merchandise he's wearing, and then he's got the MAGA hat. Got to have the MAGA hat because Trump is going to be president next year. All right, so here he is.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
He's a grandpa, by the way. I just found out. I wasn't sure what he was talking about when he said that, but yeah, Kid Rock is a grandpa. So congratulations on breeding, and then the offspring that you bred also bred. So there's more of you. That's great.
Let me say something to all of you and be as clear and concise as possible. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
Okay. How I don't know what he thinks people, how they're supposed to react. Like, are the people on his side supposed to be like, yeah, that's fucking badass, dude, that's rad? And does he think the people like me are like thinking anything other than he looks like an ass? Like, you just look goofy, dude. You don't look, there's nothing cool about that. You wasted ammo. You shot into a lake. You made a mess. You gotta go clean that shit up now. What the fuck was the whole point? All right, real quick. I forgot to show, there was a third video by the first guy who threw away the beer. He edited this clip. He has like visual effects for this. I thought this was hilarious. He's got a Trump like Halloween pumpkin shirt on. So yeah, all right, good stuff. So here we go.
We got some comments that people wanted to walk around with the Bronco, so we figured we'd do that today. This is the Raptor Edition Bronco. 2612 wheels, 37-inch tires, 15.5 wide.
Very necessary.
Windows, even the windshield. There's the interior of the Raptor Bronco if you haven't seen one. It's sitting a little low right now in the back because we had to pick up something new to drink that was a little more safe. So we got a Jack Daniels here instead, because that's always safe. Oh, what the heck is this sitting still up in here for? God dang it.
It's a can of Bud Light. And fucking idiot. So he had I counted 3, 6, 9, about 30 bottles of Jack Daniels, and then he found a lone Bud Light can, and he threw it away and shot it with his laser eyes. The theatrics on these guys. I don't like, why do you have to do you need to be drinking that much? Dude, that's not good, I don't think. I don't think I've gone through 30 bottles of Jack Daniels in my entire life. Anyway, I think that this is going to be a good thing, though, because if all these people if they're not drinking Bud Light, it means less drunk drivers out there. Of course, if you're replacing it with Jack Daniels, that's not the case, but I feel like if, there's people out there that maybe only drink Bud Light and they suck, so they might be like, well, damn it, I can't drink no more. I'm just going to stop drinking. This is your sign, and you can thank Dylan for that. Good job, Dylan. You're saving the world. Fucking, dude, again, everything is just so fucking dumb. It's just so stupid. And I feel insane sometimes. Cause I can't figure out how we got here. Because you have Dylan, who is a transgender person, who I don't understand what these people think is happening. Like, do they think that it's something that Dylan is like, yeah, I just want to switch. I want to have like this, surgery's done, and I want to be ridiculed, and I want to be made fun of and targeted just for for shits and giggles. Like, this is something that It's right here. And it's right here. And I don't understand why it's so hard for Kid Rock and fucking Dad to wrap their minds around that. And it's just all it is because they don't understand it, and it's like it's gay. It's weird. And it's like what is fucking so crazy about that? About someone who they want to just live their life. Like that's all it is. Like these transgender people aren't going around knocking on doors like, "Hey, you want to become transgender?" They're just trying to fucking exist. They want to be a normal fucking asshole riding the bus with other people without being ridiculed and targeted and this kind of backlash. Like this is Dylan is an influencer. This is an influencer. She's not the only one that is being given this partnership with Bud Light. Bud Light it's doing this with other people, and I don't know who influencers are. I can't think of like who an influencer is. Hang on, I can't this is bothering me. I can't. Oh, Kylie Jenner, she's an influencer. Kylie Jenner, she's got 378 million followers. Wow. Kylie Jenner, if she did something with Bud Light, Kid Rock and this guy wouldn't have gave a shit. But because it's not Kylie Jenner, it's not Selena Gomez, it's a problem. It's a problem because this is a transgender person. I don't know who this is, and they're weird, and it's ruining America. It's ruining everything. God bless America, though, and those who occupy it. Everybody, all of us. We all bleed red, white, and blue. But except fuck these idiots. But yeah, that's what's happening now. All these guys who complain about the snowflakes are they're getting upset over this. It's kind of snowflakey, wouldn't you say? All right, we're gonna talk about we have a new segment that I think we're gonna start. I see there's always a person. It's usually a guy of the week on Twitter, and it's always an awful guy, and he's doing something just outrageous, and it seems like the entire internet just teams up and is like, who is this guy? And so this week we had a guy. There was a guy. He's going viral on the TikTok with his crazy wedding vows, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. All right, now before we get into this guy, about 8 years ago, I used to work at a catering company on the weekends. I was like a server, whatever, walk around, pour wine, serve the food. Just whatever was needed at a wedding. And so I've heard a lot of vows, and I've seen, they're all the same. They're all the same fucking wedding. Every single wedding, any wedding that you've been to, they're all the same. You can't remember anything about it other than the bride and groom, maybe their parents. Nobody ever remembers anything. There's never anything memorable unless something really bad happens, really funny happens. Something needs to stand out, and otherwise, like my best friend who got married like 10 years ago, I can't remember his vows. Why would I remember those unless he said something crazy, which he didn't? I love you. You're the best wife. I'm so glad that I'm marrying you. You're my best friend. Can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Sprinkle in some jokes, and that's it. And nobody remembers that shit. And that's okay. That's what weddings are. It's just it's a ceremony. We sit through the bullshit. I'm just kidding. And we go party after. It's a good time. It's a great time. It's a wonderful time. But The vows are all the same. And I've seen, like I said, I've seen them all. Nothing, I can't remember anything. That said, this video going around has got to be, I've never heard anything this terrible. And kudos to this guy. I'll remember this for a long time. And I'm sure that everybody at the ceremony will as well. And it's unfortunate, but it did happen. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this is a new segment. We're gonna call this regular person of the week, doing normal things, and would be a perfect representative for humankind if aliens came over because of how regular and normal they acted. So that's what this segment is called. And I have to go into TikTok for this one because I don't think I saved it. All right, 27 million views. And this was posted by the photographer. So, all right, here he is, Lens Culture.
When the groom said this earlier in the wedding day, anything you want to say to your future bride?
I hope we have a lot of sex. A lot.
I should have known his vows were going to go like this.
You're screwed.
Only two things are required to keep me happy. Keep my belly full and my balls empty. Well, you're amazing at half of it. We really need to get you some cooking lessons. Even when my belly isn't full, there's no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie. Since the beginning, I was always told, life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming.
Michael.
P.S. Since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster, strudel, or a Twinkie.
Alright. Being that I am his mom, I will deal with him later. He is grounded. By all means.
So he said that in front of his mom, as well as his wife. Man, why would you even... Look, I get, okay, whenever there would be the exchanging of the vows, people like to be silly. For the most part, people like to joke around, and he could have made one joke, but they were like all about sexual shit. And the Margot Robbie thing, why would you say that to your bride on the wedding day? Yeah, you're pretty great, unless I meet Margot Robbie. Toaster strudel. I don't know if I can, am I allowed to explain what that means? If you don't know what a toaster strudel is, I'm sure you can Google it. It's like a Pop-Tart with icing layer squirted all over it. So, imagine... Because I know someone's going to be like, what's a toaster strudel? Google it and imagine. And that's what he's talking about. And then I imagine everybody knows what a Twinkie is. Fill her like a Twinkie. Like, why was that the time? Even if he said these things at the ceremony, it would have been inappropriate. But it would have been a little better than at the actual ceremony. If he did it at the party, this would have been... I'm making excuses for him. This was fucking terrible. This was so fucking terrible. Why would you say the word gagging at the altar? That's not a word that you say at the altar. You don't use the word gagging. There's no reason to, ever. There's not a sentence that would require you to go gagging. There's no, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And then why are people, I guess they have to laugh because it's awkward, but Like if my friend got married and said any of that shit, I would be dead silent. He's not getting a chuckle. He's not getting a guffaw out of me. I'm letting him know through my silence that this is extremely inappropriate in front of your mom, in front of your bride, in front of the kids, in front of God. That was weird. In front of God. Was that God? Who texted me? It was not God. Like, what? I don't understand why you felt that was the time to do your stand-up routine. Because I'm sure this guy is funny. Like, he's you could tell he's like humorous. But if all of his jokes are just like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you when we get home, and I like to fuck you, and you cook good, and I'll turn you into a toaster strudel, fill you like a Twinkie, gagging. Why are you using that language, dude? That's so fucking weird. All right, and just for the hell of it, her vows as well. I probably should have played hers first because she went first, but
whatever. My knight in shining armor, my best friend, my biggest pain in the ass. Our adventure started a little shy of 10 years ago, and in that 10 years, we have already accomplished so much together and created a beautiful life. When I met you in school, I started crushing on you, but I didn't dare let it be known because I thought you were too good for me. So I let it go. If they say if you truly love someone or something, let it go. And if it comes back to you, then it was meant to be. Now here you are standing in front of me on our wedding day. I'm more than thankful for every day with you. You have completely stolen my heart, and I honestly never want you to give it back. You are one of the most selfless, funniest, caring people I have ever met, not to mention very accident prone. We've created two of the most beautiful girls in this world together. We bought our first house. We've made it through the rough times and the good times. And since I have you, I know we will always make it through. Thank you for choosing me to create your life with. I know I'm no model, by far not a good cook, unless you want soggy meatloaf. And as we all know, I'm the real sleeping beauty with a temper. But thank you for loving me still, the way you do. You are literally making the fairy tale I always dreamed of come true. Well, maybe a little more funnier than I imagined. But it's still way more than I could ever ask for. I will forever want you rocking beside me, when we're old, talking about our day, making jokes, recalling memories. If you could leave out the passing gas, though, I'd greatly appreciate it. I love you so much, Michael John Lentini, and I promise to choose you every day for the rest of my life and beyond that.
See, that was sweet. And she's a beautiful woman. If you're watching, she's gorgeous. And for her to say, you know, oh, I'm not that great and I'm not the best cook, like, that he should have said something, not in retaliation, but in response to that. He shouldn't have gone, yeah, you know, I'll turn you into toaster strudel, and if Margot Robbie shows up, oh, you're in trouble. Like, dude, that was so sweet, and that's how you do it right there. You say what you mean from the heart, and then you make a little joke. She made a little farty joke. Hey, can you not pass gas, Michael? Tee-hee-hee. That was cute. That was fun. But, like, sir, you sat down and you thought of this. You wrote these things down. You Twinkie, gagging, and they were all that. They were all about that shit. He didn't say, like, yeah, I want to grow up and sit in rocking chair next to you. It was like just all just terrible shit. Yeah, you know, you're not that great, but I love you anyway. Like, dude, why? I'm not gonna play her video, but on her page she explains, because, you know, it blew up and a lot of people were concerned for her. But she's happy. She said it in her video. She's like, thank you for watching. Don't worry about me. I'm in love with this guy. We're perfect for each other. Ha ha ha. And then she actually got a brand deal with a vibrator. So she's doing okay. And then the photographer on his page, he's also selling something now. So anytime somebody can get some money off of going viral, that's awesome. Good for her. But the guy's still that's still wow. That's a wow. And I'm happy for her. She seems happy. She wouldn't be marrying this guy if she wasn't happy, I hope. But what? And in front of the kids, the daughters. Like, can you imagine? I don't know how old they are. They have to be fairly young because they look young, but this is recorded. And you gotta watch that one day. If I fucking found my parents' wedding tape and my dad was like, the only thing we're gonna worry about tonight, this is how he sounded. The only thing we're gonna worry about tonight is if you're gonna be a toaster strudel or a Twinkie. If he said that, I would kill myself. I hope that the kids didn't. I don't know if I want them to know what he meant by toaster strudel or not. Like, they're sitting next to family. So when everybody laughed, I imagine one of them like turned to grandma and was like, "Grandma, what's that? What is it? What's that mean, toaster strudel? What, he can turn mom into a toaster strudel?" And grandma's got to be like, "Oh, I don't know what that means." Grandma might not know what that means either. And then someone has to tell grandma. If I was at that wedding, I would have asked to clarify. I would have been like, "What does that mean? What does that mean?" Can you imagine? So, like, the guy's doing that. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna turn you into toaster strudel," and some guy was like, "Explain that." Hey, what did you mean by that, Michael? What does that mean? Toaster strudel. I know what a toaster strudel is, but what does that mean? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna turn her? Are you gonna put her in a costume, Michael? All right, that's good. Anyway, that was the guy. That was the guy of the week. New segment that we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do that because, like I said, like once a week, there's somebody. There's just a person, and I always want to like talk about them because it's always just so fucking outrageous. All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you to I believe there's 2 people that signed up for the Patreon. Thank you very, very much. That means so much to us. We actually have the stickers that are coming in this week. Or next week, I should say. So we're going to send those out the day we get them. Thank you very much. And next week is the 20th episode, so we're gonna take that week off because I decided every 10 episodes I'm gonna take the week off just for my sanity. What? You want to do the next week's episode? How you can't do it by yourself? Okay. Anyway, Stu's gonna do next week's episode. So yeah, that's gonna do it for us, and then we'll see you in 2 weeks or next week because Stu's gonna do it. And Stu, did you have anything you wanted to add? What do you mean? Has anyone given me a toaster strudel? Like, what do you mean? Oh my God, that's disgusting. Anyway, if you go buy Bud Light and you pour them all down the drain because you're angry about all of what happened, make sure that you recycle because you need to save the planet, even though you're angry at it. And then when you go pick up the Bud Light from the store, use a shopping cart, put the Bud Light in the trunk, put the shopping cart back in the cart return because that's where the cart goes. And we will see you. We'll see you next week, I guess.